Alright, so in this video, we're building a cage essentially. Alright, intro time. So pretty much, if you've watched the unboxing rare reptiles video, I got a pair of Leachii, right? Now, what is Leachii? It's a lesser gnatlet anole. You know, males are large, females are tiny, right? But they need a pretty larger cage because they're anoles, the males are large, all this and that. But when I made it in a week, and personally, it's really good. Everyone I've spoken to is a big fan of it because it's big, it's real dense. I feel like I can do more, so that's actually what's going on today, you know? Some sticks, I baked them, right? So I have a pile of sticks here. I just want to add in there, make some more places for them to climb, especially more this, you know, vertical, just because observing how they sit and chill for a bit. I've been studying them. I've been watching my pair a lot, so that's what I've seen them do a lot, so I want to give them more opportunities for that. So yeah,
so pretty much we put the sticks in the stove, you know, make sure they're in there, make sure they're not exactly touching the roof, just so they don't burn, you know, just be a little safe. Then you move on to do this, which is setting the stove. I like to do about 200 to 300 degrees, preferably 300 on average though, just to make sure that, you know, nothing's in there, nothing that you don't want near your animals is going to affect them. Then you set how long you want them in there. Now, you generally want to do about 2 to 3 hours. I like to do about, you know, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Then you let the 2 hours pass, open that right up, and then you grab these delicious goodies, you know, these baked goods, but they're just sticks. Set them to the side, you know, wash them off if you want. Then you just get ready to go put them in the cage. Alright, let's go do that now.
So now that we got these sticks, right, there's something that, well, is happening in there. Which is the fact that, well, there's still sticks in there. There's still some plants. There's actually a pair of anoles and possibly eggs or two. Most likely just one or none. But yeah, we'll find out today. But what are we about to do? We're pretty much about to rip all of that out of the cage, right? Give y'all last few moments with the beauty. And we're gonna soak the anoles, check for eggs. If there are any eggs, incubate them, etc.
Pretty much I'm just ripping out the sticks, a little time lapse, you know, getting all the sticks out so we can get ready, find the anoles, etc. Alright, I think we're about to see one now. That's the female, all fired down, but still looking a little kind of fat, so it's kind of, you know, if she laid an egg. But yeah, this is good. They're coming out. This is when it's actually gonna get more annoying, because now I'm actually gonna have to start paying more attention to this door and making sure everyone doesn't come out, which most likely won't. So why I got you and I here? Well, believe it or not, I have other social medias. I'm not just a YouTuber. I have an Instagram, a TikTok, and a Facebook. But I would really enjoy if you, the viewer, you sitting at home, subbed to the channel. If not that, go down and, you know, share it, like it, and go to my other socials and, you know, follow it. All that good stuff. And on top of that, you know, I also breed animals. So technically, this video is sponsored by Royal Anoles. Yeah. So, you know, buy my animals. I'll let you listen to my music a little bit, you know, before you get to hear the yapper of the year. Me talk, but I'm gonna bless you. We're gonna speed this up. We're gonna go to the next part. Guys, so I had to re-angle that real quick, but if y'all were paying attention how I was talking in the first video, the unboxing, look at their tails, man. It's just so awesome. It's not quite like the fairies where it's a selfin, but it's very interesting, the fact that it has all these little spikes and whatever they're technically called on it. I think it's interesting. One of the things I really enjoy about them. Then you have come back to this real blocky head, real pretty anoles. Sadly, you know how anoles are. Come out the cage and they fire down. But yeah, we're gonna put him in a little soaking thing while we redo his cage, and we're gonna go catch his girlfriend next. Now, just put it in perspective, y'all just saw the male, but this is a breeding adult female. This is always something I found real interesting about the species, where the males are just so much bigger than the females. I always thought it was interesting since, you know, they breed. Real interesting, real odd. And I'll definitely admit, you know, my first week I did think bro ate her from time to time with how seclusive she likes to be, but, you know, she definitely put up more of a fight than the male. She bit me a couple times, but she's an angel. We're gonna go get her soaking so we can give her a nice little, more better home. So one of the things I wanted to do and actually try out was gonna be to, you know, put one of them things in there and get a stick held in there, kind of like now, but let's put a little bit of weight. Oh, it's actually standing really well. It was not doing that earlier. But I want it up higher anyway, because they don't come down typically anywhere below here. And when they do, they're either grabbing food or it's not for anything serious, and they're gonna be up here real quick. So I want to give them more of an opportunity up here, y'all. But, you know, more of easy routes up. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Could you get away with doing this inside a glass enclosure? If you did, DM me. I'm actually curious on how you would have done that and got it done efficiently and in a timely manner. Yeah, cages that Leap makes and the PVC cages, I know a lot of people who use those do this as well, where they'll grab a stick, they'll grab something, and they screw it in for the back of it. And I think that works well. I got the idea, you know. I'm like, let me try to my wooden cage. And if you want to learn more about it, well, made a video on it. It's, building a cage for my chameleon geckos. But I didn't film this one because watch the first video with them. It'll make more sense, yeah. So overall, you know, the stick seems pretty good. I don't think an anole will break it. Yeah, so nice. Yeah. Look at that. So I think this is going to come in handy with the male a lot, because the male's actually not that much of an asshole towards me. So I do want to definitely put a little bit of work into him with some tongue feeding and all that. So I think this is going to be a really good way for us to really start building our relationship, you know? Believe it or not, this actually whole part of the video you're seeing now took somewhere about 20 minutes to actually film in raw footage, which is crazy. I thought it'd take much longer. It's a miracle my phone still be working, to be honest. But yeah, you know, in this little bit, I'm putting sticks going up. You know, I'm putting sticks going diagonal. I drill a couple sticks. I think this is a nice cage. What do you guys think, though? Oh yeah, and if you notice, I came super prepared. I have to move my head around this wire because it's my charger. Because my phone was running at 14% while filming it. That's what you call a pro YouTuber move. So as you're seeing right here, I'm reintroducing the male. And as you see, you know, he chills. He's my little boy. And, you know, I'm reintroducing my female. Now, with anoles, at least with this one, you know, most of mine don't have drop tails, so I really can't put this into theory that this is all anoles. But at least with the Leachii, as you know, the female has a regrown tail, and I find it very interesting that while she is very fired down, you know, from the soaking and just out of their environment, going back into it, obviously she looks almost black, I tell you. But the fact is that her tail is a different color because it's regrown. I find it a little interesting. But yeah, let's look at the cage. We're back to the scene of the crime, y'all. But if you look around here at the base, like I mentioned how I wanted to design this whole cage, is that I only have about 1, 2, 3, and then that big old thick thing about leading the 4 base sticks, while most of them are hanging together for the screws that they're, well, not most, only 2 actually. And just hanging in there between, you know, pushing and pressuring them in between the walls, giving them more of the balance, you know? That ain't moving. But, yeah. You know, this is a nice cage. I think they really enjoy it. But yeah, pot here for the eggs. Pretty interesting cage setup. But if we move up here, you can already see I was a little right. You know, the male is using that area. And I think the female's somewhere near him last I checked. Real interesting. Yeah, pretty cage. So what do you guys think at home of this big old cage? Do you think it's a good cage? Do you like it? Do you like the things I implemented into learning on the way? Are you enjoying this?